So in this video, I'm going to be fitting a bigger version of this onto the back of your pickup, like this. Okay, so the first thing, we're going to take this bracket for the fire extinguisher. We're going to put it here against the back side of the loading bin, against the cab. And then we've got some mounting holes at the back and on the floor in the front. We're going to put one in here as well. And then first we're probably going to have to mark the hole. So I'm taking a normal permanent marker through the hole. Probably keep it still, that's probably a better idea. Mark the holes at the back, like so, and then one at the bottom. And when we reverse these, we'll see the 4 holes and the one at the bottom. This one is a bit unclear, so let's just make it a bit clearer. And then we know where we want to mount it. Now this is a bit of a notch or a hump that's a bit extended further than the bottom too, so we'll just put 2 spaces at the bottom between the bin and the bracket for the fire extinguishers. And then we're going to draw holes in these spaces and we're going to insert riv nuts. Now for those of you that don't know what a riv nut is, it's basically like a rivet that you put into a hole. It gets pulled together or crushed at the back, and it's got thread on the inside, so you can put a bolt in there. Now if you want to know how to install these, have a look at one of the previous videos that I make. I'll put the link in the description below, and you can see how these work. So let me go ahead to drill the holes, and we'll insert these, and then afterwards we'll start mounting the bracket. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the riv nuts installed. We've used this, or we did this with either the homemade tool like this. I'll share the video link description or in the description below, or if you don't have a tool like this, there's an alternative method that only involves a nut and some wrenches. I'll put the link for that one in the description below as well. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to take the M8 bolts like so with a big washer, put it through the bracket like this on the top 2, and then on the bottom spaces, remember, because there's a notch or a bump in the bin at the back there, the bottom one, we're going to put some spaces between this bracket and the load bin, just so that it's solid again. So what we've done is we've taken 3 washers. That's the thickness of the gap. So I'm going to put the bolt from the front, put the spaces or the washers at the back, and that would then solve the problem for the gap that's being made. There's one on the other side as well, with some more spaces. And then it's simply a case of installing these in the holes or in the riv nuts that we just installed in the load bin. Just to get your peak, get them all inserted in the right space, like so. And then using a nut and a wrench, or a ratchet wrench, or a normal wrench, whichever you prefer or whichever you've got available, I'm just going to tighten all of them. I'll probably fast forward this bit because you obviously don't want to watch me timelessly tighten 4 bolts, but that's okay. So let's quickly fast forward this. Okay, so with all 4 bolts that's tightened, this thing is now solidly attached to the load bin. It's not going to go anywhere at any stage, and this is quite sufficient according to the safety standards of the company in question. So next thing would simply be to take the fire extinguisher, put it in the bracket, and then attaching it like so. Just need some spacing in between, and there you go. A solidly attached fire extinguisher on the load of this vehicle. It won't go anywhere, it's quite secure, and it's readily available should the need arise or should there be an emergency. So if you do like this video, be sure to like it. If you wish to support the channel or the projects that I make, be sure to check the Super Chanks icon at the bottom of the page, where you can make a contribution if you wish. Otherwise, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. So until next time, thank you very much, guys.